lane wards. Very deep one being put down. The Nyx Assassin does not have a sentry available, so he will not deward it. And he put down just one of those normal, hey, I want to have a little bit of vision kind of wards. Let's see, in top lane it is Rubik plus Weaver versus this Nyx Assassin. Niqua is in the jungle on his underlord, and in the bottom lane this Slaughter is going to try to leech a little bit. Milan is playing super greedy, and he's being punished for this as they will set up and kill him instantly. He does not get any little bit of experience, and they do gotten by going back to the bottom lane is now lost, and they will pull just to make sure that no one comes in and steals anything. The Underlord in the meantime is level 2 in the jungle, so deciding to just completely AFK jungle. Interesting idea. The Nyx Assassin in the meantime top lane, he did get killed as well, 1 for 1, but he's having a fine time. I mean, there's not really any creeps pushing towards him, but it's a Nyx, he gets levels, he contests the lane, and there's 3 people up in this lane at the moment as Milan will walk into him, and the Nyx Assassin will most likely play a lot more safe now that the Slaughter's up here. Undershock versus the Ember Spirit in the mid lane. Undershock is actually having a very good time. Level 3, 11 lasters, and only 6 lasters on cases, so he is having the better end of this for the moment. Nyx Assassin in the top lane again drops down. Okay, I should be more active in this top lane by the looks of things, as he got run down. And Maledict, but now he skills it up twice. He goes in with a cast. Maledict comes out. Kai'Sa is going to take a lot of damage. The cast does bounce back onto Kai'Sa. This should be a kill on him, as he does have a ball on him. He wants to try and regen up as much as possible. They go in with the Timber Chain, not even needed, as that Maledict will pop him nice and easy. The Ember Spirit drops down. In the meantime, in the top lane, the Sven went into the lane, tried to help the Nyx Assassin a little bit. Ended up giving him a little looking too amazing. I mean, Iron Talon, Stout Shield, and now he's being harassed. They do have that Maledict available. They go on him. Niqua may be in trouble. Another Lucent Beam is available in a few seconds. They go in, they get the Lucent Beam off, and Niqua will drop down as he came back in the lane, expecting to be able to stay here for a little bit, but Witch Doctor, man, that hero Maledict is a crazy spell, and no one wants to fight up against that. Undershock now needs to be a little bit careful. He does have Searing Chains on the Ember Spirit, and Undershock is actually staying near the creeps because he knows he's going to be hit by those Searing Chains. He needs to get the Timber Chain away. Will get the Timber Chain away. Will survive. Very nicely played. Top lane in the meantime, they lose 2 heroes as Milan gets a kill on the Sven, and ProDotA brings down the Nyx Assassin. ProDotA gets another kill. The thing about having a hero like Nyx Assassin offlane is like dying 1 to 3 times is like, you know, Sven may keep always want to fly safe. Milan is going to burn down to that Maledict. Is it going to be enough? It is. Milan dies as they turn around with the rotations of the 2 supports inside of Double Dimension, and they get a kill on the Slaughter. Very, very nicely done.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I'm not
attack.
sure if that root comes out. They try to set up on him. Live. Another crush. Another root. The Ember Spirit even makes a rotation. He has crystallized. There's no way this guy will survive. Maybe a little bit too much commitment there with the Ember Spirit as well, but they made sure in case anyone were to rotate in and try and stop that from happening. That would work as well. The cask is controlling him as well. That cask doing so much work as Always-Wanna-Fly will pick up a double kill from that. Earn completed, and suddenly he can pick up Arcanes on top of that. Die, but you know, fortune favors the bold, or whatever you say, right?
Bottom tower is under attack.
J4 will now use another Vendetta Strike. They go in, they find the way. Still not dead. They only had that one remnant from the Ember Spirit. He could not jump any further. Witch Doctor in the meantime will be focused down. He will drop down inside of Double Dimension. Timeouts comes out from NoLogic Gaming's Weaver. The Timbers are a little bit low on mana. He does have a 16 stick though, so he can continue fighting. Another remnant comes out from Kai'Sa, gets the root off onto the Sven in the background. The Timbers gets hit by that Slaughter crush. In the meantime, he does not have any more stick charges. He needs to get himself away. He's still alive. He needs to Timber Chain further. One more Timber Chain. He has a few seconds, and he has another stick available. Does he get the stick off? He sticks. He survives, and Slaughter does not do enough damage to kill this guy. It's just not happening. Milan is like, maybe one more crush, maybe one more, but now he's going to be turned on by the Luna. He will be killed. He actually tries to TP out. Oh my god.
To the Black Seas.
Oh boy, he actually tried to crush TP out, but he messed up the crush, and then in the end he ends up losing his life. The Nyx Assassin gets killed in the mid lane by the Ember Spirit, finding a little pick off on the Lord in the meantime in the mid lane. Maledict hits him. This is going to be painful. Level 3 Maledict. There's no way this guy survives. He tries to get the Firestorm off. Does not happen. So very, very long fight, guys. I'm not even sure who actually won the situation as well. The Nyx died, the Witch Doctor died, the Sven died as well, so 3 dead on the side of Double Dimension, and NoLogic Gaming lost Underlord, Rubik, and what, the Slaughter? So I guess it's fairly even. In the end, fairly even. The Eclipse is now available on the side of Double Dimension though, so That is going to be a good amount of damage coming out. The Slaughter still trying to work towards his blink. Oh, he doesn't want to die. He gets cast on. He gets cast on again. The creeps in the camp. Milan, does he die here? He does not get hit by the Chakram. The Undershark tries to go in, misses his spells though. In the meantime, the Sven and the Witch Doctor have been taken down by the Weaver as well as the Ember Spirit. Now the Nyx Assassin is going to be in trouble. He has a few seconds cooldown on that Spike Carapace and the Impale, but he will not get them off in time. Focus Dota gets another one. They're looking for the Luna, but all they can do is get a Corrosive Haze on. No hood, no nothing, so he's working towards an eel. That will be his first defensive item to take away all of those debuffs from NoLogic Gaming, and obviously offensive eagles on the Ember Spirit to set up for a combo would also be nice. Setting up on the Weaver as well, they can like use the Weaver and then get an kill on top of that. And alright, I see top lane Milan is invisible for now. Nyx Assassin goes in. Oh, but the Firestorm ended. He didn't get a stun on the Underlord. Now he will be in trouble as he dies. The Timbersaw dies as well as NoLogic Gaming. They were in position, ready to go with all of their heroes, and that Firestorm. Ember Spirit will have his blink up in a moment as well. They are ready for another smoke. They have the smoke in hand on Milan. He does have his blink flying out as well now, so they want to continue fighting with that blink being completed. Focus Dota will be part of this. He's moving towards a Desolator first. He doesn't want to go for the BKB just yet. He feels like he can play a little bit greedy since they just won a very... Nyx Assassin was hit with like the edge of that scan, like in the end, but I don't know if they paid attention. Now Milan goes in, jumps for Timbersaw. Chakram comes out from J4 on that Rubik, turning the Chakram against the Timbersaw, and he burns down again. That is the second time with the Bloodstone up. He dies without getting any kills. Nyx Assassin will be hit by the Swarm now. Eclipse comes out from the Luna. Stolen Eclipse from J4 as well. He's doing so much work with these spells. The Chakram, the Eclipse as well. The Luna will take a lot of damage. Looks like the Weaver may be able to kill him in the end. He goes in deeper. He needs to get one more hit off. One more barrage of hits. The Crystallize will drop down. Time lapse is available. The Weaver will survive in the backlines. Here comes the Death Ward from the Witch Doctor. Will be cancelled with a blink initiation from Milan. The Weaver is still alive. He sticks himself up. He survives further and further. The Sven is going to be his next target. But no, he gets hit by a Storm Arrow. The Nyx gets a jump on him with the Impale. The Weaver will die. Alright, they will cancel the Dark Whiff, but this may have been too much. They wanted to cancel to get the kill on the Nyx Assassin, but now Underlord may actually lose his own life. His little friend died, Milan. He got taken down in Undershock. He's back. He wants revenge. He wants those Bloodstone charges back. Superpro on the Nyx Assassin will go in, get a hit on the Underlord. He may die with a Firestorm, but no, he barely survives. And they turn the fight around 5 for 4, I believe, in the end. That's the end result. Oh boy, oh boy. That was like the longest fight in the universe, honestly. And Double Dimension, they have the experience advantage. J4, he sees the Witch Doctor, he's invisible. The Witch Doctor will be jumped on. Ember Spirit should be able to get a very, very easy little solo kill here. May have to use his remnants for it, but no. He'll get the kill. Milan goes in, gets a jump on the Timbersaw. They go for Root as well. They keep him in control. Do they have a lift as well? They have the healing from J4, stolen by the Rubik. Undershock in the meantime will get himself a little bit further away. Kaiser tries to go in, gets the steering chains off onto the Nyx Assassin. Mana Burn gets used onto him as well. Milan goes in for a crush initiation. Fate Bolt will kill the Nyx Assassin. 2 dead inside of Double Dimension. That's NoLogic Gaming. They may have lost the fight, but they have only lost one. Just the full-on aura tankiness on that Underlord. The Slaughter, still no 4-star, but very close to finishing it. Diffusion Play will be the next item on the Weaver. They're trying to jump the Luna. They jump in, they get the crush off, they burn him down. Lotus Up gets used on the Luna. He will be surviving for now, but he took a lot of damage from those remnants. He will get his Eclipse off in the meantime. Focus Dota with the BKB, still fighting him against him. He wants to continue. Time lapses up, moves in further, gets the double hit off on the Luna. The Luna will be taken down. He needs to survive despite having Aegis. He does not want to lose it for nothing. He will be hit by a Storm Hammer from the Sven in the meantime. Still alive though. The Timbersaw needs to get himself back as he's low on mana. Witch Doctor will be hit, will be killed as well. Weaver still alive without Aegis. They killed 3 on the side of Double Dimension. They may get the Timbersaw as well as he gets dive him if they feel like it. Milan does have his blink available. Sven goes in, blinks forward, gets a hit on the Weaver in the meantime. Will back himself up, still alive. Milan goes in, gets a crush off the Timbersaw. Maybe he'll be in trouble, will be lifted up, will be killed. 65 seconds on the sidelines as his team was almost respawned, but now he dies. They want to continue fighting. Always want to fight. TP's in front of them. Do not TP that close to the enemy, my friend, as he will die as well. 2 dead inside of Double Dimension with no buybacks. Looks like they may lose another set of frags here as Double Dimension 3 versus 5 is not a good fight to fight, but they will have to try. Nyx Assassin with the blink. Can he go in? Can he get the jump? Can he get the Impale? Mana Burn on Niqua. Niqua is just too goddamn tanky. He has his pipe available as well now. Impale comes out. The Sven pops his ultimate. Ready up to go in. Searing Change comes out from the Ember Spirit, hitting onto both of them. Two-man crush as well. The Chakram hitting onto both. The Sven will burn. The Luna will be in trouble. BKB will be popped. Shrine will be popped as well. But Crystallize, he's burning down slowly. The Shrine is not going to be enough to keep him safe unless he gets the hell out. The BKB will keep him alive for now, but the Nyx died as well, and the TP back out inside of NoLogic Gaming. I'm not even sure they had to do this, but they will play it safe. They took them on, gets control for now. He tries to turn around onto Kai'Sa, will be hit by another Searing Chains. Milan doesn't have another question available, crushes him up, and looks like the Timber Saw may burn down. The Root comes out, there's just too much control. He cannot Timber Chain away, and Undershock will drop. That is his value. Bloodstone charges in the drain. 2 Bloodstone charges left on him. Always want to fly. Now moves on. They see him with the ward on their high ground on the cliff. Always want to fly. Will be the next casualty. 2 more dead inside of double damage. Comes out from Kai'Sa as well. He does have his Octarine Code now completed. Looks like the crush comes out on the Luna. He does have the BKB and his Eclipse available, but there's just too many spells controlling him. He cannot move anywhere. He needs to get closer to use his spells. He will go in. Eclipse comes out, but there's creeps as well. This is not going to be a good Eclipse, as the Nyx, the Sven, and the Luna will die. This is going to be the GG. Double Dimension, they call it. NoLogic Gaming, they showed them who the boss is in this first game, as they played it very, very well. The early game was a little bit back and forth.